We are in the small kitchen of glory for sauerkraut kielbasa. Very, very simple thing to make, but something that tastes absolutely wonderful. I have my own little twist on it. What we're going to need: 2 ropes of skinless kielbasa, 32 ounces naturally fermented sauerkraut, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper, 1/2 teaspoon sea salt, 1 whole onion, some beautiful big cloves of garlic. What else? Oh, the chicken tomato bouillon. Can't forget that. That is a key. And then brown sugar, which isn't here right now, but which will be at some point in time. There'll also be some water involved. But first, we're going to cut the kielbasa open. Allegedly. Oh yeah. Look at that. Big old thick meat of sausage. Sausage fight. Alright, I'm gonna get a bowl for this. Some people claim I don't wash my hands. You're right. I'm just doing this for show. We have the kielbasa. We're just gonna slice this bad boy up into 1/4-inch slices or thereabouts. Doesn't have to be perfect, like everything. Just has to be good enough. One for the mouth. We're gonna grab these and scoop them in a bowl. We got all the kielbasa ready for the pan. We're gonna cut the ends off of this onion, put it in the garbage disposal. I'm just gonna cut this straight in half. Makes it easier to peel the skin off. I want these cut up into fairly large slices. Nice big manly chunks. Perfect. Get those all into it, but we're losing onions. Oh, that's a really big manly one. Grab these onions and throw them in a bowl. We lost a piece. Don't worry about it. It's not science. I keep saying it's science. I'm a liar. It's actually not science. One of the things I like to do with garlic is I have an empty sauerkraut container here. I'm gonna put my garlic in here. You can do this with a mason jar. I don't have a mason jar. Then we're just gonna shake the piss out of this, but it's really loud. But we're gonna shake it. And as we shake it for about a minute, not even, it'll take all the skins off. This is gonna vibrate me when I do this. So I'm gonna be back. And through the magic of whatever this is called, we dump this out. And we have garlic, which we just had to pick out of the peels and put in a bowl. See how beautiful that is? Perfectly peeled garlic. You could use a knife. You could roll it with your hands. Or you could take the easy route. Oh no, it's all sticking to my hand. That's all sticky garlic paper. We're gonna go put this in the garbage. Now we got a knife and garlic. I'm just gonna cut this garlic into kind of thick slices. Garlic is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to pick this whole shebang up, not drop anything on my toes. And we're going to scoop the garlic into the bowl. So we're going to slide it into the bowl. That's all we're cutting. That's all of it. That's all there is to it. Now we get to the fun part. Right now I have my pan heating up to medium high. Pump some oil into the oil sprayer. I think this will work. That's actually kind of magical, if I'm being honest. But then it got sad. That's enough. We sprayed it down there. Oh no, we lost the lid. Hot water burn, baby. Now we're just sitting here meditating, waiting for the pan to heat up. I like to stand here and watch it. Make sure it does what I tell it to. It's getting pretty warm. Not too warm yet, though. That's how you check it. You poke it with your finger. Science. Oh my God, he's poking it with his finger. He's poking the pan. That's starting to get good and hot. That burns. Yep, that's hot. Good and hot. So I'm gonna dump all this kielbasa in here. I have a nice wooden spatula just for poking. The whole point of this, I'm just gonna get this spread out as evenly as I can in the bottom, okay? I want all the sausage to be touching the bottom of the pan. Yeah, I'm using my hand. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. Go frick yourself, I mean. All right, now on top of this, I'm gonna dump all the onions. Sprinkling it on top. This is the same way you cook venison. I doubt anyone watching this has ever cooked venison. But this would be the same process. Bowl. We're gonna take this lid. We're not gonna stir this. We're gonna let this sit in here with the lid and the onions for about 5 minutes until everything starts to stick to the pan. Medium-high heat, good and hot, until it starts to stick. You can just reach in there and poke one and see if it's sticking. 5 minutes. I'm a liar. It only took about, 3 minutes. And we got kielbasa starting to stick, which is what we want. So we're going to give it a stir. Mix it all together now, and we're going to turn the heat down just a smidge. To just more of a straight medium-ish. Oh man, that smells so good. Alright, now we're going to add in our sea salt and our red pepper, so it will release the flavors from the red pepper into the oil that's been made by the avocado oil and the sausage. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper. Not scientifically accurate. We have salt, which I opened up over the pan even though I said I'd never do it again. 1/4 to 1/4 equals a half. You can already smell that red pepper. We're gonna stir in our red pepper and salt. Get it nice and mixed. It's okay if anything sticks to your pan at this point because we're going to release it all later with a little bit of a water, bullion, brown sugar mixture, so it'll be delicious either way. God damn, that smells good. Alright, I'm just going to work on evening this all out as good as we can get it. Roughly. Beautiful. We're going to put the lid on and let this simmer at medium for 5 minutes. Last time I said that it wasn't 5 minutes, but we're going to try. It has stopped in 5 minutes, but I'm back to give this a stir. A stir of glory. I want to make sure that it's not going to burn at all, because onions are a little bit temperamental, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we're looking good. I'm going to poke it with a finger. Oh yeah, the kielbasa is starting to get nice and crispy. Going to absorb that onion flavor. The red pepper is going to start to release into the oil. The salt's just going to enhance all the flavors already going on in here. Hell yeah. Very simple, but damn, this is... I make a lot of sauerkraut and kielbasa, and this is the best recipe I've done. I've perfected this over many a moon. It's been about 3-4 minutes, and I can tell by the smell and the feel of those onions in there that those are done enough, so we're going to turn this down to medium now. I'm doing the garlic at this point because I don't want it to burn. The onions can handle a little bit more heat. They'll just get, all oniony and delicious. We want them to be soft and translucent. That'll happen over time if they're not already. I can't see them. But the garlic is more prone to burning, so we're putting the garlic in later. That way it doesn't have as much direct heat. Onions and garlic are water soluble, but the red pepper releases more flavor and oil, and that's why I put that in when we do. Another 3-5 minutes. Here I have half a cup of hot water. I'm going to get this brown sugar in here. You don't need to be exact with your measurements. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm using the bag to level it. Enough. Boom. Bam. Now we have our Knorr chicken tomato. I'm going to reach in there and get a spoonful. Yes, I have to level it with my finger. Sue me. 1. And 2. 2 tablespoons. Save up by a spoon. There's more in here, so I can't just do this with my finger, otherwise I would. Dumping this bad boy right into there. Into the pan, and that will release everything that's stuck. The brown sugar will make it caramelize as it renders down, cooks down. The chicken tomato is just a little bit extra flavor, because you don't want to just use straight up water. You want to add something to it, so I pretty much just made a stock with this. And now, that's all set. That's what we want. We want sticking. I'm just poking it with the corner of my spatula, and she's sticking. Watch out for the steam. We're going to dump that in there. That is our brown sugar mixture. Turn the heat down nice and low. And then we're going to mix. We're going to mix and make it release. Mix and make it release. Oh yeah. It's just a half a cup of water. Now you pretty much have a soup. You have sausage, onion, garlic soup. This is going to be on a low medium. You can hear it simmering. Well, you might not be able to. I can definitely hear it simmering. That's what we want. We want simmering. We want to evaporate the water out now. And in doing so, it's going to get nice and yummy and sticky and full of goodness. Also, the brown sugar in this is going to counteract some of the sauerkraut, which is, well, sourish. And it's going to be so yummy. You just want to let this cook with the lid off, maybe 5-10 minutes. And you'll know when it's done. It'll start to thicken up, which is what we're looking for. We want to thick up and make a little sauce that's going to stick to all the pieces of kielbasa. Here we are. We have a pretty well sticky and reduced boober concoction. I'm gonna poke my finger in it and lick it. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Sauerkraut time. We have a sauerkraut. This is the way I do it. I know it's probably not the right way. I put my hand over the lid, the opening, and I tilt it. And as I tilt it, I curl my fingers in to make an air pocket, and it all just drips right out. Now we return to the pan. We try and get the sauerkraut out of the jar and just slap it right in there. You gotta kind of pull it out some. Look, you're dealing with something else. Give it a shake. Beautiful. Empty jar of sauerkraut. Stir all this in. We don't want to be too rough and make a mess and break any of the pieces of kielbasa, but we want to get it all mixed up. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be stirring it as we go. This is also going to cool down this mixture a lot. Also, you don't want it to be completely boiled down. You still want some liquidy in this, because when it cools down to when you eat it, it's going to naturally thicken up. So, Gruntalk's yelling in my ears. This is a very professional cooking video. Now we need to get this back up to temperature. And to do that, we're going to pop the lid on. Temperature is still at just above low, in between medium and low. We're just going to let that sit until we get up to temp. It's been a couple of minutes. If you want to test it, just poke your finger in it. It's hot. I'm going to give this a mix. What I actually have to do now is pull the sauerkraut to the side. If you have eyeballs, you can just pull it to the side and look at the juice. I can't. So I'm going to tilt my pan down, pull the sauerkraut aside, and stick my finger in there. Pretty good. Just a little teeny bit of juice. I like my sauerkraut a lot more on the dry side. If you like it wetter, then don't drain it, or add more water into your mixture. Just glorious. I'm gonna have a little piece of kielbasa. Hot water. Hot water, baby! I think I just got some on camera. That's so good. Oh my god, that kielbasa is perfect. Crispy on the edges, soft in the middle. Oh my god, the beautiful taste of that red pepper right on the tail end. You just get that little bit of spice in the flavor. I'm gonna put this on low now, and we're just gonna let this cook and just become one. You can put the lid on if you have it to the temperature or the consistency you want with water. If you want to boil off some liquid, and take the lid off. Maybe turn the heat up and stir it some more. But I'm just going to let this sit and let all the flavors come together. Boom! We have sauerkraut and kielbasa. This has been slow cooking on low for about 30 minutes. It is delicious. I realize my mic's been flopping around, not clipped on to my neck mount like it should have been. So the audio might have been all dicked up for this entire video, but that's okay. Now I know to chuck it. Oh, this smells so good. There's good heat coming off of it. I feel like we're done. It's dried out to the point where I would like it. I can tell by that. That's what I like about these wooden spatulas. They're not the best for flipping, but for stirring anything like this, you really feel what you're working with. And it feels good. It smells so good. I love the smell of sauerkraut. That steam just coming off there right into my fucking nose hole. I'm gonna plate this up. I'm gonna eat the shit out of this. And if you want to make this, make it. I really have been making this for years, multiple times a month. I love it so much. I keep perfecting it over and over and over again. And this is how I got the most perfect recipe for my tongue. And my tongue is a good tongue. Trust my tongue. Experience what my tongue experiences. We're gonna turn this off. It is so good. It smells so good. I just want to keep stirring it. I'm gonna eat it. This is beautiful. This is how you make the best damn sauerkraut and kielbasa. I promise.